When we set up the system for you initially, we do ask you to nominate 2 representatives in your practice who are kind of going to be the system administrators, or at least as a starting point, the system administrators. Okay. Not everyone in your practice will need an account to log into the platform, and it's not a platform that you'll necessarily log into every day. Yes, it's not like the clinical system or other key solutions that you use. You know, you'll dip in and out of here at whatever frequency you choose. We will send you the link online-consult.co.uk/login, and we suggest anybody that will be logging into this pops it in their bookmarks. You can see I've got a lovely little folder over here for online consult with lots of resources in there. And when we set you up first time round, you will get an email from the online consult platform asking you to register. You'll register using your work address, so your nhs.net details. Forgive me for using my Virgin Media one in there. So you'll pop in your email and you'll create a password. And you've got to do that within 48 hours of us sending you the invitation. Once you've logged in, you'll then arrive on your dashboard or your homepage for your online consult platform. It's really simple user interface. There's nothing too complicated on here at all. So I'm going to step you through the different modules so that you're familiar with them, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Okay, so users. So as I mentioned, you don't need to create an account for every member of staff. Okay, so we say minimum of 2, so you don't have a single point of failure. So it could be your practice manager and a deputy. Those 2 people may then choose to add more staff in here. So it could be that you've got some clinicians that would be interested in logging in and looking at the reports, for example, or creating your own topics. It could be that you've got somebody, again, who does data and analysis and things in the practice who may just need to get in and access reports. Yeah, so you can limit it or you can open it up to as many people as you wish. So really easy. You've got the name, the email, a permission level, when they were linked to the platform, and then you've got edit and remove. If someone forgets the password, one of your colleagues who can remember their password can log in and they can click on edit, and they've got the option to send a password reset email. It's really easy, there's nothing too complex. If you want to add a user, you click on the big green button at the bottom, pop in their first name, their email, and you set their level of access, so their permissions. So just to explain, a manager has got full permission to access everything in this platform, including adding and editing users and resending passwords. So that's the highest level. An editor is a step down from the manager, so they can do everything the manager can do apart from managing user accounts. And then the reporter is the lowest level permission. So anyone logging in with this permission can basically access the reporting section to see how many form submissions you've been getting through and the breakdown of those. So nothing too complicated on there. Obviously remove is there, so if someone leaves or they no longer need access to this, you need to probably add it into your leaver process as a checkbox to say, have they set up an online consult, and if so, we need to revoke their account. Going down the panel on the left-hand side, just looking at the other modules, if I click on topics, these are the topics that we saw on the public page and the page in patient access. So basically, this is where you control what content your patients can see. Again, we will switch them all on as our out-of-the-box solution for you, and then we encourage you to perhaps have a look at them or consider them, or maybe even go live with them and then run some reports in a few weeks' time and see what kind of traffic you've been getting. Are there any forms that are more popular than others? Are any forms being misused or used for the incorrect purposes? Perhaps the general inquiry forms being used, not in the right way, and you want to switch it off, that kind of thing. Okay, so in here, it's really simple. You've got 2 tabs. You've got active on this organisation and available to this organisation. If I wish to switch off our athlete's foot topic, in here, if I go to the very right hand side, I've got a button to deactivate. I click on there, it tells me athlete's foot has been deactivated, and if I want to just double check for sanity purposes, from here down the left hand side I've got a shortcut to my public page, and I can click on there, and if we have a look now, we can see that our athlete's foot topic has disappeared because it's in alphabetical order. If I go back, should I wish to bring that topic back, I click on the available tab, and you'll see that athlete's foot is listed under there. You can see it's an EMIS clinical resource, so that tells you that it's been authored by us. If it says EMIS admin resource, that might be things like fit notes, medical letter requests, etc. If it said something like Hearts Valley CCG or a PCN name, that means that it could potentially be a content that's been created at a hierarchical structure level and made available to you to choose whether you wish to use it. So more localized content and services. So in here to the right, you'll see what was deactivate now says activate. I click on there and it moves it from this tab back to the active tab. It's back in the list. And again, if I want to double check, I can click on the public page and you'll see it's back on the patient-facing platform. So really, really simple to switch these on and off. What I will make a point of saying is that if I click in one of these from here, let's say back pain, when you click into the topics in the back end of the system, you see what that topic is made up of, so i.e. what links and resources are available. So with our out-of-the-box package, it's worth noting that if you get the back pain topic and you want it, you get all of these or none, if that makes sense. So at the current time, the platform doesn't support you saying, well, I want to keep the back pain topic, however, I don't want this video or I don't want that video, or I want the resources but not the form. Now, we have logged that as a development request because we've had quite a few people saying some of it's fantastic, but they don't necessarily want the form. So we've asked if we can actually have perhaps a checkbox down the right-hand side of our resources so we can tick and untick the bits that we want. If there are things in there that you think, no, absolutely, we don't want those, then I'm afraid right now you just have to deactivate the topic and potentially create your own. Okay, so that's just to make that clear that everything you see here is the out-of-the-box package and you can't tailor the content of it. Okay, so what else have we got on here? We've done users, topics, reports. So the reporting module in here is quite straightforward. We can select a date range for a starting point. So let's put 1st of March to today, click save. So this is telling us for this practice between this date range, we've had 41 forms submitted. If I scan to the right of that figure, I've got an export option. Below it, the graph just shows the breakdown across days of the week. But if I want to see the detail, I can click export. It pops the data into Excel and you can format that and interrogate it as you wish. And what this is showing us, the forms that have been submitted, the topics, the method by which it was submitted. So I know that heading says submitted via API, and for all those non-technical people, we probably don't know what that means. And I know that we're going to change that. So if that says yes, the API is the mechanism that it goes from patient access into your EMIS web system. So if it's come from patient access, this will say yes. If it's come from the website, it will say no. Okay, so patient access is a yes, website is a no, but we are changing that heading to make it more user-friendly. It gives you the age, the gender, the district, and the date and time the forms were submitted. So what we've been saying to people is, get up and running. Let's see, you'll probably find you won't be inundated with hundreds of forms straight away. It really depends how much effort you put into promoting the solution. Obviously, right now, we want to encourage as many people as possible to use this because digital is the way forward, total triage is the way forward, and we really want patients to embrace this and engage with it and use the system as much as possible. And what you can do, you can run these reports to see what kind of traffic you're getting through. What we've also got, but it's currently just at a higher level, is the Google Analytics as well. So I'll be picking it up actually with Billiana. We've got Google Analytics data, which shows visitors to the platform, how many got the hard stops, so how many were red flagged and dropped off the system. And that's the kind of data that's really going to tell us whether there's a return on investment, and is really going to start to show us the behaviours of our patients and how many potential appointments we're saving. So form submissions through here, data around traffic and patient behaviours hitting the landing page and the website and what they've been looking at and how long they've been looking at it for is in the Google Analytics data. Okay, there's only one other module on here because we've looked at the, but it's the outbox. The outbox is just an audit trail of the forms passing through the system. Now, this auto archives every 28 days, and it's not there for you to necessarily go into that. You don't need to access this to process the forms. It's, as I said, it's purely an audit trail. I suspect the only time you'd need to look in here is if your dashboard told you that there was an error with a transmission, and you can come in here and you can click on the suspect form and it will tell you if it's in transit or if it's failed, and then we can help you with that via our support team, via our service desk. But other than that, you shouldn't have to be popping in and out of here unless you want to do it just, just for reassurances that everything's happening. If you thought after 1 week, we've not had any forms, that's a bit weird, you might want to have a quick look in here and check that they're not getting stuck. But it's pretty much a stable and resilient platform. So that's the back end of the system. Users, topics, switching them on and off, running reports to identify the form submissions, the outbox, which is the audit trail, and a link to your public page.